still lots of sampling on the new album. Some of it is, you know, borrowing breaks from records like I've done for years. Some of it is actually sampling acoustic instruments and turning them into sort of virtual instruments and then playing those either or programming those. So I guess I'd say that there's more of a fluid intersection point between the live performance, acoustic instruments and, you know, electronic program performance and electronic sounds sort of approach on this record. I sampled an interesting instrument called the Winton musical fence from the outback of Australia. It's a large fence with 5 metal strings. It goes about 25 metres in one direction, 25 metres in the other direction in an L shape. And yeah, you can pluck it, you can hit it with things. And there's a resonant sort of chamber on it where the main part of a sound is amplified. So if you put a microphone up there in that resonant chamber, then you can record all these incredible textures that it makes. An amazing sense of isolation out in the space there. It's very much out on its own, sort of in the middle of a flat sort of landscape. And it's just really interesting. There's lots of really cool sounds that come out of it. So I had a little recorder with me and I was playing and plucking it and hitting it, getting sounds from it. And then yeah, later I manipulated those sounds into the song Eyes Wide Open off the new album. Each song is a little bit like its own world, and I just really want to kind of make that world feel right on its own. And then it's a matter more of choosing, you know, which songs maybe don't fit, and whether, you know, there's a bunch of songs that I think do make an interesting record, but whether there's maybe a gap that needs to be filled by something specific, and then maybe writing that specific song to fill that gap. Towards the end of the record, when I felt that some of the songs I'd worked on early on weren't fitting with the rest of everything, and I put them to the side, and then I wrote Say I Feel Better to fulfill a very, you know, specific role on the album. The opening of the record is kind of more about the frustration and difficulty, both that I felt making the record and just that sort of I was having as a headspace at different times. And I suppose, yeah, I Feel Better is quite literally about the feeling of putting that behind you and turning towards stuff that's more hopeful and, you know, more positive and more playful.